When you want to purchase a high-end car, you are investing in more than lightning-fast speediness and shiny hoods. Often you are buying a little piece of history. You are supporting the innovative automotive tech of the future. This year's most expensive cars are quicker, smarter, and more powerful than ever before. Wondering what this year's priciest Bugatti is? Interested in learning which Pagani is the most expensive car you can't buy? What about the historic Ferrari that has yet to be unseated as the most expensive car of all time? I've got you covered. In this video, I will display the 2021 ranking of most expensive cars. Hey there, if you're watching my video for the first time, then do subscribe, and while you're at it, don't forget to hit the like button as well. With that out of the way, let's get started. Another in Aston Martin's lineup sourcing names from the power and romance of Norwegian lore. 2021's Valhalla will also be the result of a collaboration between Aston Martin and the Red Bull Racing team. Only 500 of these mid-engine hypercars will be made. A turbocharged 3L V6 engine with yet to be disclosed horsepower and torque will power the Valhalla, which is rumored to be less performance focused than the Valkyrie. Instead, this hybrid supercar brings a sustainable edge to this British auto house, along with streamlined structure and bodywork. Aston Martin has mentioned that the interior is filled with space-age elements and innovations that increase the feeling that this car is something incredibly new. The infotainment screen is in the middle of the steering wheel, so your eyes needn't wander. Button-dense dashes of the past have been replaced with an integrated band that seamlessly provides audio, ventilation, and lighting. Though the production of this car has been delayed for several months, it's back on track. Project 1, as AMG engineers refer to it, is a go. The long-anticipated 2021 Mercedes-AMG 1 will be a 1000 HP F1-derived plug-in hybrid drivetrain with an exceedingly quiet road presence. That's the entire point of the supercar, road presence. This vehicle is built to mimic Formula 1 cars, but in a completely street-legal way. Ever since Formula 1 had its first inaugural season in 1950, people have been searching a way to bring this car to the streets. With the AMG 1, drivers can afford to do so, and now with a sustainable hybrid model. According to Mercedes' website, the claimed acceleration for this car is 0 to 200 kph in 6 seconds. A 1.6-litre V6 hybrid petrol and 4 electric motors allow the AMG 1 a top speed of more than 350 km per hour. In a stark leap upward from Ferrari Stradale, the Jesko is our first expensive hypercar that goes for 7 figures. From a performance aspect, this makes sense. The Koenigsegg is also one of the fastest supercar in the world in 2021, which definitely goes a long way towards its striker price. Swedish auto manufacturer Koenigsegg dreamt up the Jesko as a suitable successor to its groundbreaking Agera RS. An engine update, a lighter frame, a surprising amount of comfortable add-ins make this a car that's not only lightning fast but also fun to drive. Its engine is an overwhelmingly powerful 1280 HP V8. Its 9-speed transmission is completely bespoke, built in-house by Koenigsegg to be as quick-shifting as they come. The rear wheel steering this car boasts help with managing downforce and drag. So even though this is a powerful car, the driver is in control at all times. The Jesko Absolute reaches the top speed of 330 mph. As of now, we are still left to wonder about the breathtaking acceleration stats this powerful car must produce. The engineer of McLaren F1, Gordon Murray, has been an exceptional automaker for 50 years. In his honor, Gordon Automotive is building 100 roads for this anniversary hypercar. Billed by many as the last great analog supercar, the T50 is built in an effort to help Gordon Murray invest in his brand. It will also serve as an intended capstone, according to Murray, who has described the upcoming T50 as a bookend to a story of ultra-fast internal combustion cars. Indeed, many auto houses are focusing on the electric models, hybrids, and other sustainable initiatives. It will have a 6-speed manual gearbox, a small, powerful, and naturally aspirated V12 engine, and a traditional 3-seat layout. The Gordon Murray T50 has claimed top speed of 220 mph. Official accreditation numbers have not yet been released. At almost double the cost of Jesco and Murray T50, Bugatti's Chiron Supersport 300 Plus provides speed and power alongside the beauty that truly makes a Bugatti. Under the hood of each car leaving the historic supercar manufacturer lie decades of expert craftsmanship and years of automotive artistry. Bugattis often go for several million, and Bugatti wants you to know that, feel that every time you see one. The sinuous curves it wears on its sleek facade are futuristic. It gets a mind-bending 1577 horsepower from a quad turbocharged 8L W16 motor. Years ago, this vehicle was the first to break the then golden speed barrier of 300 mph, and so, much like the most expensive car in the world, Bugatti has claim to fame that will never allow its value to depreciate. The Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus accelerates from 0 to 100 kph in just 2.4 seconds. It reaches the top speed just over 300 mph, and as a perk does have a basic infotainment system that syncs with both Apple and Android products. Only 30 have been sold so far. Bugatti's reputation for luxurious, expensive supercars continue with the next two cars in our ranking. Starting with 2021 Divo, Bugatti's Chiron was such a success that Divo, a car that closely follows it, has several similar features. However, Divo is more exotic looking and much more exclusive. Only 40 Divos will be produced and sold. Each has already been spoken for. Its updates include a better suspension, a much lighter frame for increasing speed, and a new dorsal fin. Inside the Divo houses an 8L W16 engine with 4 turbochargers. As a result, the Divo has 1500 horsepower, an acceleration of just over 0 to 100 kph in 2.4 seconds. Its top speed 380 kmph. To save as much weight as possible, Bugatti kept the inside comfort materials and infotainment to minimum. However, the steering wheel does feature soft fork suede, and the blue and black aesthetic outside is featured inside as well. Bugatti's 2021 Cento Daisy will be even more exclusive. Only 10 of these luxurious hypercars will be sold. Each has found a buyer already, despite the high prices. Bugatti, already a brand known for unique bodywork and luxurious comfort features, has sought to give the Cento Daisy everything possible to make it memorable and completely decadent. With 1577 HP quad turbo W16, it may not be the fastest Bugatti currently on road, but it is the quickest accelerating. With this car, Bugatti pay homage to the EB110 or the Cento Daisy, a supercar produced early in 90s. That car didn't quite have the timing to perform as it was hoped. This car will make up for that, bringing performance and luxury to spare. Bugatti has posted a claim of 0 to 62 mph, acceleration of 2.4 seconds. The Cento Daisy will have top speed of 236 mph, distinctly less than the Chiron, but this hypercar makes up for it with its distinct modern aesthetic. The Zonda was the first car out of Pagani Automobile Auto House. Years ago, production should have ceased, favoring the Huayra. Instead, Pagani has come out with many different special editions of Zonda. The Zonda HP Barchetta was thus named Barchetta because to Horacio Pagani, that's what it resembled, in Italian, a little boat. Its frame is entirely formed of carbon fiber for an ultra-light body and a zippy, speedy feel. It's blue tinted, it has minimized windshield, and it stands only some 21 inches tall. Unfortunately, the Pagani Zonda HP Barchetta is also the most expensive car that you can't buy. Only 3 vehicles were ever made of this unique, specific version of Zonda. When last sold, one of these vehicles went up to $17.6 million. Its acceleration is 0 to 100 kmph in 3.4 seconds. The Zonda HP Barchetta can reach a top speed of 355 kmph. In 2019, Bugatti made a brilliant branding decision when rolling out the latest supercar. Instead of a flashy introduction, the name geared the thrill. The French manufacturer opted for a restrained, minimalistic and instantly iconic title, La Voiture Noire, Black Car. Although going into details doesn't interrupt the awe of this gorgeous vehicle with a sky-high price. It's got a carbon fiber shell that's sculpted by hand, a quad-turbo W16 8.10L engine that produces 1500 horsepower and an acceleration of 0 to 100 kmph in 2.4 seconds. Its top speed is 420 kph and its overall performance is precision engineered Bell Auto House, famous for producing the most powerful cars in the world for decades now. In 2019, it was the most expensive new car available for purchase. 2 years have elapsed, and no one has yet released an expensive luxury car geared to knock La Voiture Noire off that high pedestal. For the most expensive car of all time, we turn to history. After all, if you are investing in a gorgeous supercar, it should be the one that can tell a good story. In 1964, the 250 GTO won the Tour de France automobile, marking the 9th year in a row that Ferrari won that race. Only 36 of these cars were made between 1962 and 1963. The specific Ferrari that's the most expensive in the world and unbelievable price point was victorious not only in the Tour de France, but it also placed in the Le Mans. With a top speed of 174 miles per hour and an acceleration of 0 to 100 kph in 6.1 seconds, its stats certainly don't thrill today's auto enthusiast by itself. However, in the 60s, it was the fastest in the world, and now, decade later, it remains the most expensive car in the world of all time by a long shot. The current owners of the most expensive car of all time include American fashion designer Ralph Lauren, Pink Floyd drummer Nick Mason, and John A. Shirley, the former president and CEO of Microsoft. That's all I had for this video. If you enjoyed, then drop a like, and if you like watching interesting videos like this one, then do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you're notified when I'm back again.